So he pushes me again, and I go, listen, man, you got one more. And then he pushes me again. I go, I'll give you one more.
Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot. Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a beautiful day in Astoria, Queens. We're in the new studio and we're psyched to have you join us. With me, as always, is my indispensable co-host, my number two, the big dog, everybody, Mr. Ray Zawadny.
Dylan, thank you so much.
Sorry,
I appreciate
dude, that fucking
intro.
hammering that started happening
Yeah.
outside really distracted me. I was like, wait, is this happening right in my apartment?
Well, it's hammer time.
It's hammer time.
Thank you for that wonderful intro. And also want to thank everybody that's watching our full videos out there on YouTube or listening to us on Spotify or Apple Pods. And if you are one of those audio listeners, you could do us a huge favor. You can give us a rating and or review out on those apps. And if you're going to leave us a rating and it's under 5 stars, I would think twice about doing that. Leave us a 5-star rating. If I go out there and I see a 4-star rating or less, I'm going to go outside of this apartment. I'm going to take the hammer off of that guy, and then I'm going to find you, and I'm going to throw that hammer through your fucking car windshield. Oh, you don't have a car? You don't even have a car and you're leaving us bad reviews? I'm going to come in your house and I'm going to smash up all your fucking shit. Your TV, I'm going to fucking smash your tables, and I might fucking hit you in the thigh with it.
They get progressively more violent. Every episode, we're getting a little more violent with Ray's
Well,
threats.
it's just like, why leave us less than 5?
Have you gotten some threes?
Am
I supposed to talk yet?
No,
You're going to bring me on?
Yeah,
What's
you can
happening?
talk. We'll get right into it. Our guest today,
After I just black out in a violent rage.
Yeah.
super excited to have him here. Everybody, Mr. Noah Savage.
Thank you. Wow. This is the most professional podcast I've done in a long time. I want to congratulate you two on this setup. This is a great setup.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah,
dude.
and you
We're
got the
psyched.
soundboard and the applause.
Oh, we got a couple sounds too. We'll bring them out.
Love it.
Well, yeah, we got some fun ones.
why are you gay?
Oh yeah,
You got all the good ones.
It makes me laugh every week.
but that hammer is really happening. That's not a soundboard, ladies and gentlemen.
That is not a
That
soundboard.
is that going to be a problem? Do you want me to go tell him to stop?
I'm trying to listen.
It's gone now.
It's only when we talk. That's I don't think it'll be a problem. If people hear it, there's a little. It sounds like we're doing a pod at a construction site. I mean, to be
like
honest,
men, like real men used to get together and do a pod at a construction site.
I think our listeners, our demographic of listeners, it'll be like sleep sounds to them. It'll be like a hammer against a nail is like whale music.
That's how blue collar we are. We just pod around men working their asses off.
Have you guys worked construction?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
I've worked.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah, every summer.
Dude, it's like the hardest job. It made me go to law school.
Yeah,
That's
people at your law firm are like, this sucks. You're like, we're sitting down. Like, fuck off.
Dude, I remember the reason I went to law school, I used to work construction with my dad, like all these summers, and then I worked my uncle has a tree care landscaping company. In the summer, I didn't get an internship at Enterprise Rental Car going into my senior year of college. And I thought life was over. I thought life was done for me. And I worked landscaping. That whole summer, I'd get stuck on a crew with dudes for the first week would not speak English to me. And then they found out I could work. They trusted me. And then they would ask where I was. But dude.
Yeah, you count.
Is that a lawnmower? What the fuck is happening right now?
It's on brand. I thought it was another. That was a plane crash, honestly. But,
But dude, that whole summer, I remember working at these multi-million-dollar homes and looking in the windows as we're carrying trees out of the property, and I was like, I got to go to law school. Dude.
Yeah, I'd rather be these guys.
Dude, I would work on Cape Cod with my real dad for a month, and we would camp. So we would leave a campsite and then work construction and then go back and camp. And then my mom and stepdad would come up to the Cape, and then I'd go from being outside the home to in the home vacationing.
Oh shit!
And that's when I learned being rich rules. I was like, money does buy happiness.
Dude.
Oh, was your real dad like an actual real man?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he is for sure a real man. He has a lot of issues as well, but it's probably we get in some of my fight stories. I inherited that from him. But like people are like, "What are you going to do this week?" I'm like, "Air conditioning." Like that's enough. Like I'm just going to be in here chilling. So I was like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like poor for a month, like doing great for 11 months.
Yeah.
So that's how I grew up. So.
Dude, I can't imagine the only thing worse than working like a blue collar out in the summer all day job. The only thing worse than that is going back to a tent.
Yeah,
going back to a tent.
Oh, and it
like,
gets even worse. We were host campers. Okay, so we stayed in National Park. We were 6 miles in. So if you didn't leave with the car in the morning, you just had to bike 6 miles to get out. And the reason we were allowed to stay more than 2 weeks is that we cleaned the toilets. Me, and not my dad. Me and my sister.
Oh, dude.
But it makes you look at people who are spoiled and be like, "You're a bitch. Shut up." Like,
Yeah.
it gives you a little toughness.
Well, that's what I went from working like construction all my life, like the summers and like on weekends and when I was in school, and then I got like a job in a call center, which was like a more of a corporate job. And I remember a girl crying because of an email that was strongly worded, and I just like flashed back to when this guy Frank Mariani was calling me gay and a pussy for how fast I was wheelbarrowing up concrete, and I was like, that email was nice.
Yeah, like dig a hole. Like here's the job: dig a hole all day.
Yeah.
And also tomorrow you're gonna like my dad would do stuff like, all right, we got to put in like sonnet tubes. Do you know what those are?
No.
They're like a foundation, but they're like this big. It's like a giant toilet paper roll.
Yes, and then you fill it with concrete. Yeah.
So you'd have to like most people would buy like one of these joints, like a machine.
Yeah.
You'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go to the other site. You just dig 15 holes that are 6 feet deep that are cylindrical by hand during this. And I'd be like, okay.
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
One of the best things I did when I was working on this like landscaping crew was aerating. So like aerating trees. It was literally just a like a power washer, but it spat air instead of water, right? So you
Satisfying.
would go under these trees. And the best part about it was the easiest job. You just had to carry like line and then you would get filthy. So it looked super hard, dude.
Yeah.
I would just do that for like there was like a week straight. I did that every day. And I would come home I still have the picture, just caked in dirt. My mom used to make me like, she would be like, you have to get undressed in the garage and like, I'll give you a towel.
But the satisfaction, like you ever wash, have you power washed? Have you guys, have you power washed?
No, but I've watched the videos on YouTube.
It is the best.
Yeah.
You literally like, there's like mold on a thing and you go, all right. And you just spray off the mold and you go, this is happiness. This is it. You can't,
Yeah.
I mean, and it's easy. And
It
it's
is
so, because there's actually there's a psychological fact that getting in flow and doing to-do lists makes you happy as a person.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you got both right there. You're like, that is complete. We can tell it is complete and you're just in flow. You're just the whole day cleaning off mold.
It's why I like painting.
Oh, painting's nice.
I've done.
I don't mind painting.
I've been on a lot of paint crews. It's
We,
just
we painted this wall this weekend.
Wow,
And then,
the accent wall.
You know what we did after? Ray goes,
Fucked.
Hey, you want to, no.
hey,
I wish.
I slammed him up against this wall and I can shot a couple ropes
Don't leave
on
any
him.
handprints. No, we went to the bar. Like, man.
See a Dylan
yes.
ass mark.
Well, you don't know the meaning of like a cold beer after unless you work construction. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you really don't know that meaning.
I always think of like the top 5 beers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not like Michelob or whatever, but like the time.
Definitely not Bud Light. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered.
like the time that like you have a beer and it just tastes the best. And it is after like you put in one of those fucking shifts, you're dirty, you're hot, you're sunburned, and then you sit down and you just have a beer and it's like, oh my God, I fucking deserve this. I earned this. Probably a number 1 beer maybe.
number one beer?
I might put it in my number 1 beers.
Dude, I think the number one drink is the morning drink when you're at the airport getting ready to leave for a vacation.
It is nice. Yeah.
I think that's the best.
I like
drink.
I like a golf morning beer. The first 2 are amazing, and then later you're like, what did I do to myself? It's 2 p.m.
You know
but
what?
The first one is nice.
I immediately retract my statement.
Yeah.
The first drink on a golf course
Yeah.
is the best drink.
Fantastic.
Because we did this rating a couple of weeks ago, like the best drinks, like that, right?
The best times to drink.
The best times to
we
drink.
talked.
Dude, the after blue collar work bevy.
Yeah. So
Get the fuck
I'll give
outta
you
here.
one to introduce the audience to myself too, to talk about myself. That's what. So I'm the color commentator for Princeton basketball where I played.
Yes. Yeah.
So we beat Arizona in the first round of the
Yeah.
NCAA tournament.
yeah.
And I got to watch like Arizona players basically cry on the. I was in the back of the the media room.
Yeah.
Then I got to see the Princeton players get interviewed. Then I walked across the street to a bar, and there were 500 alums.
Holy
Like,
shit.
oh my god! Like the after a big win beer.
Yeah.
Is fucking tight.
Yes,
and I
that
started
is.
doing that when I was 14. And so now I associate like good thing, have a beer. Bad thing, have a beer.
Yeah.
Medium thing, so that's what it started. But that beer was because not only that, people were like fist fighting to pay for the bill. No, let me get you one. No. And I was like,
Because they just saw you. They just saw you on TV.
because I'm somewhat famous in that small community. So I was
love
like,
that.
I'm like, I didn't play in the game, but you know what? I'll take it. This is fucking tight.
Yeah, I certainly talked about it.
Yeah. I was right there talking. Okay.
You started drinking at like 14?
Yeah, I made so I was 6'4". I made the varsity team, and that year, like if I could live 2 years over again, it would be 2001, September 11th. Loved it. No, it was my sophomore year in high school and my senior year in high school, because sophomore year I was just at 18-year-old parties.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was brought out as like the mascot. They were like, look at this dumbass, like basically little kid. Let's
Yeah.
get him drunk. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I didn't have to plan anything socially. I was just like, this is my first time ever at a party.
Just showing up.
And I got completely like debaucherized in 1 year.
Yeah.
It was just, and we had a good year on the court. So it was like, no, we're going to this other guy's house. Like, come with me. It was amazing. It was fucking awesome.
And you were doing well on the team too. So
I was a 6 man, so it was like low pressure but important part of the
yeah,
team.
yeah.
And I would be on the court at the end of the games. And the two funniest people I ever met, who are both cops now, my Bobby and Buddy, they like taught me how to be funny, taught me how to drink a beer, taught me like how to be cool in high school. Like they were the guys. I just bit their style, and when I switched high schools, I was just like doing them. You know what I mean? I was just being them over here.
yeah, it's like some people on stage are doing like Hedberg, and you were doing Bobby and Buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Like they would pick up like 9 dudes, go to a movie, talk the entire time during the movie, being hilarious. Like I saw Hannibal, which was the Silence of the Lambs sequel.
Oh, yeah.
Not a good movie.
And terrible. And I remember it as a funny movie because it was so bad that they just started like Mystery Science Theater again.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, this is a fucking funny movie. Like the guy's eating his own brains and I'm laughing.
Dude, I have that with the movie The House of Sand and Fog. I've
Never seen
nobody's ever seen
I've
it.
never
It's
seen.
a
Is that with
terrible
Sandra
movie.
Bullock?
No, it's with Ben Kingsley.
Oh.
And my dad would, when he would come to town, he would want to see, like, he loved going to the movies. And he was like, oh, this movie's going to get all these awards. I read about it. Like I saw it when he read about it, he saw it on like the fucking news. And he takes me and my brother's now wife, and the movie stinks.
Yeah.
Right. And we're watching the first 10 minutes and there's like a couple people in the theater, and just so loud, my brother goes, yeah, this stinks. Like, this movie's so bad. And we laughed the whole movie, like so hard to the point where my dad was like, get the fuck out. Just get the fuck out. So like I leave, I come back in, and I don't sit with them. I sit clear across the theater, and then that's just making us laugh even louder and trying to do things to make it's the hardest I've ever laughed in a movie theater. And it's
amazing.
It's like
I do think a
depressingly
movie
sad
theater
movie.
laugh is some of the best, because it's like being back in school when you're not allowed to laugh are the hardest times you laugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no
Dude,
doubt.
I've said this before on the pod, but my favorite thing is when people talk during the coming attractions, or they'll say something like a movie will, coming attraction finishes, and then you're just like, nope. It kills me, dude. That's
like-
seeing that one.
That's like the guy's big line on his date. He's like, wait for this. I'm going to say, not seeing this. And it's going to kill.
Oh, dude, she's going to be soaking wet after this.
Somebody else steals it.
Yeah,
Or they're
yeah.
nuts. You're like, God damn it. And she's laughing hysterically.
Yeah. It's a lost art. Nobody goes to movies anymore.
I love it.
Oh, you still go?
I'm a big movie guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still go a lot.
Yeah.
Ray's got the AMC
A-list.
A-list.
Wow.
$25, I could see as many movies as I want
Wow.
in a month.
$25 a month, and you can watch multiple movies.
Do you know how many movies I've seen in the last month?
4.
None, dude.
Oh,
I'm
none.
wasting
Yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
fucking money this month. It's killing
But
me.
you usually go. This summer you went to a bunch.
Yeah.
I'm by the like big recliner movie theater in the Upper West Side, which is awesome. Have you guys been there?
No.
It's like a first class seat, and you recline you can like go to sleep.
That's
it's amazing. And I used to sometimes just go like Friday at 3 alone in the summer. You just cool out. Nobody knows you're there. It's tight.
The best time to go to the movie.
It is the best. I love going to the movie theaters by myself too.
Yeah,
That's a
nice.
move.
Yeah, you do.
I do. And nobody there to watch what you do. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love that, dude. So you're still a big drinker.
Yeah, well, part of my listen, I'm going to plug my shit while I'm on this wonderful podcast.
Yeah, give it. Hey,
what I'll say is,
for.
so I got the new pod with Will Winter, Get Ripped or Die Trying.
nice.
A big thing we talk about is my relationship to drinking and alcohol.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, I drink way less than I used to.
Yeah.
And probably way more than the average person, other than you two gentlemen here or any comedian. I probably drink less than most comedians now. But the problem is when I met my wife, it was like, oh, the best drinking buddy of all time? Perfect. Like, we got smashed for about 4 years, like, wedding, whatever.
Yeah.
So I drink way fewer and way less frequently now.
Yeah.
Were
I
you like
dropped some pounds.
Yeah.
were you like
good,
a blackout?
Yeah, this is good for me, believe it or not. I used to look like, I still look bad, but I used to look real bad.
No, you look good, dude. I saw you on your pod with your shirt off. I was like,
Yeah, that was day one, though. I look way better than that. Like, I posted a clip today, and I was like, fuck, man, I'm glad I did this shit, because that is a rough look.
Dude, me and Ray both, we've talked about this. We're both feeling real heavy right now.
feeling heavy these
You
days.
come on my pod. Maybe have Will train you. Do a little detox.
Dude, I'm into
down.
it.
Let
I'm
me
on
know.
my I became my best self during the pandemic. I was counting calories. I was like writing them in a journal, working out every day for a few hours.
Yeah, I had that period.
And then society opened, and a year or two later, I was just falling off the wagon.
Yeah, it's hard knowing what we know now, that the world could just end and like the worst possible thing ever could happen. It's hard to be like, nah, I won't have another glass of wine. Like, I'm gonna skip the pizza. Like,
let's pop that bottle open, baby.
yeah, I was running a full like online gambling ring, and starting with eating dinner with my wife for 3 hours, 3 bottles of Josh Red, and then I would switch to whiskey and play online poker till like 3 a.m, and then I'd get up at 1. I did that for several months. That was a period, and then
That's
I started.
fun.
Oh, it was really fun, and actually there was a lot of. You guys play poker?
I'm not like a lot.
Casually
I'm a
with
gambler.
other
though.
people.
I love to gamble.
So it started, everything was Zoom at first. So
Yeah.
you'd have the little app, and then everybody be on screen also, so you could like talk. And then eventually people were like, this is so stupid. But then occasionally everybody would be off camera, and then a big hand would happen, and some guy would just pop up and be like, fuck you, dude. Are you serious? And then like, Jax, you called with Jax. And you'd be like, you weren't even signed on. It was like amazing.
We're going to take a quick break from our episode for a word from our sponsors. Our sponsor, Odds Are, it is an app designed to give you an advantage over Vegas, an advantage over your bookie, advantage over your gambling app. It's comprised of an algorithm that gives you a competitive edge. So each week it's going to look at all the games, and based off of, statistics and data, it is going to give you the best chance to win and shoot you out a couple value bets. So what we're going to do today for our sponsor is me and Dylan are going to go head to head with some gambling picks for NFL football, where Dylan, I don't know if you know this, last week Odds Are hit 9 out of 13 of their green value plays. That's their highest level of play on good. NFL. Pretty good.
And then I think it was 11 for 14 on the college bets.
Absolutely right. 11 for 14.
Pretty impressive, which way better than me. So we're I got to use the app now, because I've been dying the last 2
That's what
weeks.
happens when you go off script and you don't go with
Not
Odds Are.
using it. And I'm excited to get back into using their picks, because they've been killing it.
They've been killing it, and just by listening to us, what is it? They give our listeners with the link that we have on the episode, they get, what is it, like 1 week only?
Dude, let me tell you, it's 1 month free. If you're not using Odds Are, and if you're not taking advantage of this deal, you're throwing money away. Like I've been the last 2 weeks not using those picks. Now I'm ready to make some goddamn goddamn money.
There you go. That's what we want to do. So what we're going to get right into is our picks. We're going to take my picks of the heart. I have not looked at odds are yet today. So I'm just going to give my 3 picks right after Dylan gives 3 odds are green value picks. Again, they hit 69%. If you're hitting 69%, that's a profit.
You're having a nice night if you're getting 69. You know what I mean? All right. Getting into my picks, I'm excited to have these picks because hopefully it'll make me some money. These are, again, green value bets. This is what odds are thinks are pretty sure things. Is it easy to say?
You never
Probably
say sure
not
things
sure
in gambling.
Thing, but
don't
like
do that.
They say they find value here.
Here we go.
Value. So first game, I'm taking Dallas versus New England. Dallas giving 7 points. I'm taking Dallas.
Okay.
I think after last week, they had a little bit of a stumble. I think everybody was shocked that they got beat by the Cardinals the way they did.
And Dallas is at the house.
And now I believe, they're at home. So I think that New England is bad. And, Belichick always comes up with fucking things to make good teams look bad. But I just think that defense is going to devour Mac Jones. And I'm taking them. I'm taking Dallas -7. Next, I'm taking Denver and Chicago, 2 of the worst teams in the NFL. And I'm taking the under 46 points.
Okay.
I mean, do you think that Denver and Chicago could combine for 46 points? I'm thinking no, and odds are agrees. That's a value bet. They're saying go the under.
All right.
2 of the worst offenses in the league. And last, I'm taking Philly versus Washington. Philly given 8 points. I mean, 3 games into the season, Philly looks like one of the best teams in the league, and they're just stomping teams out. Washington, again, not a great team, so I'll take them given 8.
Yeah, they got murdered by the Bills last week.
Yeah.
Well, we'll stick on that game you mentioned second. I like the Bears +3.5 at home against Denver in that dumpster bowl.
Okay.
I think that this is two of the bottom 5 teams in the NFL, like you said. But I think Chicago got to do something for their hometown fans, and I think they're just a little bit less of a mess than Denver.
Yeah.
Denver might have a couple more dogs or more marquee players and the Sean Payton coach thing, but I think that's to their detriment. I think they have the dumpster fire plus egos. Give me the Bears +3 at the house.
I mean, after last weekend, though, I'm a little, I lean towards Denver a little bit after getting 70 points dropped on you. I feel like they'll come out with a little fire.
Well, speaking of 70 points dropped on you, my second pick is Buffalo -2.5 at home against Miami. You can't score 70 points. I think they scored some of the points that they should have saved for this week against Buffalo. Yeah. They're going to be running into a tough team. I mean, Miami is getting crowned like the champs already.
Yeah.
They're Tua's a MVP favorite, but they didn't. I don't know. They beat last 2 weeks. They beat New England in a tight one, and they beat they demolished the Broncos.
Probably the biggest beatdown that we've seen in years.
But somehow Buffalo's flying under the radar. I think that they pull that one out.
Yeah, couldn't beat the Jets, but here we are.
And then that's the one that woke him up. That was a smack in the face to keep him under the radar.
Okay.
My final pick, I am going with a rebound game for the Jacksonville Jaguars -3 against the Atlanta Falcons, and Jacksonville is at home in London.
Oh,
yes, they are London's team, baby. The Jaguars.
That is,
and they're gonna win on both the gridiron in London and in Andy's room for the Andy's Room Toy Story
Dude,
special.
I love that.
I hate it.
I think it's so cool for kids getting into football. Get them a little.
Get them sports betting.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to bet on the Buzz Lightyears this week.
Exactly, dude.
But if those kids are listening and you want to make some money, have your parents help you download the Odds Are app. You get a month free.
Yeah, use the link in our down below in the video, or if you're listening on audio, the link right there. Follow it; it'll give you 1 month free. If you're not using it, you're throwing money away.
You are throwing money away. Go out there. It's not an app that you can bet on, but it's an app that gives you that advantage.
Yeah, gives you an edge.
And it's not one of those old school guys that used to call my grandfather every day and my dad every day to be like,
I got a lock.
Yeah, I got picks for you. Just pay me this much money. Yeah, we cut all that used car salesman of gambling out of it, and it is just data, statistics, giving you the best chance to win.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. So yeah, download that and let's get back into the episode, baby.
But and then I went into then I did the golf thing over the pandemic, and I actually lost some weight golfing, which my diet
Do you
was
walk?
walk. Well, no, when I was trying to lose weight doing it, walk and have a cigar.
Oh, instead
So
of
I'm
boozing.
like, fitness, like smoking a cigar, walking up a hill, coughing, So
Dude, the only time I ever lost significant weight was doing keto,
yeah, I did it too.
right? And you lose it quick.
Yeah.
It comes back quicker.
Fast. Yeah.
But it's like after like doing the 2 months, I lost like 60 pounds in like 2.5 months.
Wow.
And I kept it off for a while, and it's all back on, baby. But I tried doing it again.
Yeah.
And I was realizing after like 3 weeks, I was like, this is unhealthy though. Like,
Yeah.
the stuff I'm putting in my body is making me not feel good. Like, I'm not allowed to have certain fruits and vegetables. I was like, this doesn't seem right.
Well, Sarah Tolomas got the great joke about it where she's like, I'm doing keto now. It's, the new eating disorder. It's like, it for sure is. Like, you get on it. Here's what happens. I Googled, why am I hungry all the time? Then I find keto. I started keto, and I go, I'm actually not hungry for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then it's like, plus you should intermittent fast. Plus you should take a cold shower. And then you're like, and then all of a sudden you're like, you only eat from 10 to 2.
Yeah.
Only bacon. And you're like, I'm just like the picture of health, eating bacon and butter. And like,
All you're doing is watching Joe Rogan clips.
you just watch Joe Rogan clips. You know,
fucking trembling
all of a
with
sudden
anger.
you're storming the Capitol and you're like, where's the bacon?
You have the Andrew Tate tattoo down the arm.
Yeah.
Cobra Tate.
You're like, women are bitches. They're stupid bitches. And you're like, man, I'm hungry. I need a carb. Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like,
My dad literally turned keto into like a legit eating disorder where he fucking
good for him.
He lost like 100 pounds
Wow.
and just started judging everybody that was fat right after.
that's
Like,
so
it was so
funny,
ridiculous.
dude.
He'd be like, ew, you see that guy's eating. But what he started doing then is,
That's amazing.
oh, dude, we'd be
You're
at
like, you used to be fat, man. What's the problem?
We were at a restaurant one time, and he was like, "Oh, look at that fucking fat broad over there. She's just dipping her sandwich in ranch." I was like, "Bro, you were fat last year."
Yeah.
You were fat last year for the last 50 years.
Yeah.
That sandwich is named after you, man. That's
That's the Paul. That's the all the way Paul. But he started wanting to drink milkshakes. He's a big milkshake guy. So he started drinking a milkshake every day. But what he would do, and he started eating whatever he wanted, he'd weigh himself every single day. And if it fluctuated to this certain point, he would just jump right back on keto.
That's good.
wow.
That's smart.
I don't mind it. I think so. What Will has me doing? Have you guys seen Will recently?
No.
He is like 4% body fat. All his hair fell out. His eyes sunk into his head.
Really?
He looks like a skull. I mean, he looks like fucking like Knight Rider or something.
With a rockin' bod.
Rockin' body. He's got the abs, and he's like, crazy into the mobility shit. And he eats like ground beef like 3 times a day. He's very strict. My thing is, I get a number of calories a day, and within that, I try to hit a certain protein level.
Yeah.
Even if I want to drink a couple beers, I can like budget that in.
Yeah.
I lost a good amount of weight, and like I feel like it's not as restrictive as, hey, only bacon, butter, and ribeye steaks.
That's how I did it during COVID with
Bacon, butter, and ribeyes.
No, yeah. No, I did like it's probably not the best way to do it, but I did all these like alternative substitutes, so things with like Splenda in it, or like like I used to get this Joseph's lavish bread, right? Have you ever had that? And you make those pizzas,
Delicious.
I get low fat, very low, and you can have this huge ass pizza for like 200 calories.
Yeah.
And
everybody's
turkey
watching is
pepperoni.
like, yeah, you guys look amazing. Yeah, keep
I know.
going.
I'm fat right now, dude.
All 3 of us. No, they're
The
like,
problem
wow,
is,
tell me more.
The problem is, for the last 4 months, I've just been eating real pizza all the time.
Oh, it's the
and
best.
chips and shit like that. But yeah,
I'm at a point now where I either need to get in shape or just fucking
just go for it. Yeah.
commit one way or the other, dude.
Just be the fattest fucking asshole you've ever seen. But I am in training right now.
For
My flag football league starts October 2nd.
oh wow, okay.
You're looking at QB1.
Oh, I was about to say, what position do you play?
Yeah.
QB1?
Yep. There's no line.
Are the other kids in high school or
Down syndrome.
other men?
Down
Yeah,
syndrome.
yeah.
It's an all Down syndrome league.
Wow, that's good. You snuck
snuck
in?
in.
Yeah. They're like, he's over 12. He's like one of the big little leaguers. They used to do that to me until I, got into the AAU game and everybody was a freak. So
Yeah.
you know.
So you grew up obviously playing basketball.
Yeah, so I played, on my middle school team, and then I tried out for AAU when it was in the 90s, and it was like there were like 2 teams in all of Connecticut that were good. So I'm 11, I make this team, and they start like flying us around the country.
Oh my God.
We get starter gear. It's the 90s. We had starter gear.
Starter
We're
was the shit then.
so dope.
We were called the Connecticut Starters. We were a sponsored team, and like out of that team, one guy played at Rhode Island. One guy was like the 3rd all-time leading scorer at Penn State. I played at
shit.
I don't know how they know that early.
Yeah.
But from then on, all spring and all summer, I was flying around the country to play basketball. And I only played one other sport after 7th grade. I played 1 year of football. And the other big guy in my grade was like, fuck basketball. And he just started eating and lifting and being mean. And he played for the Patriots and the Colts. So
Who was it?
Jamie Richard. He started like 7 games under center for Peyton Manning.
Damn.
Oh shit.
So in my mind, I'm like, wait, I easily put on weight. I picked the wrong sport like, by like a million.
Yeah, dude. You could have been in the NFL.
he said he just got fat and mean.
God damn.
No, but like he got fat and like really strong and really mean. And they like the scouts, he went to the University of Buffalo, and the scouts, when they drafted him, the note was like incredibly smart, can be a prick. Like which is like, you want that out of a lineman. He's like, get the fuck off me. So he also once came to one of my comedy shows, and he just went to the wrong room, and I wasn't on the show, and then he just didn't see me.
Incredibly smart.
Shout out. No, I love that guy. He's great.
That's so dope.
Yeah, so I grew up playing, and then I played 1 year in Europe, and then came back
damn.
and started stand-up like a long time ago. Like too long ago to be as unsuccessful as I am. But
We've been doing it the same amount of time.
yeah,
then.
probably.
That's what I'd say.
Dude, you want to hear something real and bad?
I'm like, who counts? It's like when you're a whore, you don't count as many men.
You stop counting at some
nothing
point.
It's
worse.
my anniversary of stand-up.
Dude, I hate seeing
You
that.
dumb
Like,
bitch. Who
fuck
cares?
you. Stop. Take that off.
Yeah.
I was seeing this girl like a few months ago, and she came to a show with like her sister and her friends, a couple of friends, and like I had a great set. Like I really did well, and then afterwards we go to
nothing
the
better.
bar, and it was great. They were like, "Oh, you were so good," and then this one girl who was friends with this girl that I was like casually seeing. She was like, "Oh, how long you been doing stand up?" And I was like, "Just about 9 years." And she goes, "Oh." And I was like, well, fuck off, dude. And I literally said, I go, yeah, no, I wish I was more successful also.
Yeah.
Also, you don't have to be disappointed.
It's like
I have enough for myself.
the late Mr. Jokes. When you know Mr. Jokes, Steve Whalen?
No.
Big guy, he passed away, but he would be like, he'd do a joke and it wouldn't do that well. He'd be, what'd you write today? It's like, just trying, you know what, I've rechained my mind, which is like, just trying to do anything is actually cool, and I'm a winner. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm a winner.
Fuck off, that lady. I don't even remember what she looks like.
Yeah,
that's how infrequently I think about her.
What do you do? Marketing and live a boring life?
Yeah, sick,
Yeah.
dude.
How long have you been doing marketing?
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Well, there's also like a
You're not
30,
the CEO of marketing.
there's like a 30 under 30 vibe that comedy has,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like, he just did it for half a month. He got on the Daily Show, and now he blew up. And like, okay, well, the reason that's impressive is because it usually doesn't happen, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's the best thing that I ever heard is my aunt was like, you know what you should do, Ray? You should do what that Andy Samberg's doing.
Yo, preach though.
Yeah.
For real.
Sweet. Thanks.
Make
Like,
really
what the-
funny videos, and also like immediately have success.
Yeah. Be better. Yeah. I'll figure it out.
Surprisingly, women love him. I don't know if that surprises you guys, but
Andy Samberg?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I can see it. He's charming.
very
good looking
attractive.
guy,
Yeah.
very attractive, and very funny.
Well, that's what I'm
Rich.
You
But
can
I'm
be,
saying
you can be very unattractive and funny and rich.
Yeah.
He's got all three, dude.
But that's what I'm saying. My like the people that think like, why don't you just get on SNL? Oh fuck, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Let me call Lorne.
Should.
Yeah, dude, that one's an annoying one. So you grew up playing sports, and you also told me you were a big fighter.
Yeah. So
Sober fights, drunk fights,
sober fights. Well, I'm not locked up right now.
Yeah.
Dude, who gets in a sober fight?
Dude, my brother used to get in sober fights in
That's
high school.
wild.
They would like go meet at the park, and then like
That's
across
amazing.
the street.
Where'd you
and then
grow
they
up
would
again?
fight.
Is this Boston area?
No, I grew up Long Island.
Long Island. Oh, okay. So
Huntington area, yeah.
Wow. Okay. That kind of makes sense too. So I moved to Jersey, and I kind of learned the fighting game also from Bobby and Buddy. I was in a couple fights with them, But I got two big ones that were really quite
Let's get
fucking
into it,
incredible. So I had come home from playing pro in Europe, and I moved in with my girlfriend basically in California. Okay. But I flew back east for one weekend, and I went out drinking with my buddy in Boston. Okay,
perfect.
Which Boston, as you know, everybody is just ready to fight. Why? Everybody. They're ready.
It's something in the water. I don't know what it is, but everybody, you bump someone, they're ready to throw hands.
Yeah. So I was, it was like top of like peacocking. Like I was a mystery method guy. Like I like believed in that shit, like peacocking and all that shit.
Like picking up girls.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I had a pink shirt I wore, and then somehow I got a Hawaiian lei. And I'm at an Irish pub called like McSorley's or one of those.
Yeah.
Wearing pink in Boston in 2010. It's like and I'm tall and I'm talking to every girl, even though my girlfriend's in California. I'm still just like flirting it up and everything, and just having a million drinks. So we leave the bar, and I start singing a song about a girl. I go, green dress, you're in your green dress, looking pretty. I'm just bullshitting.
Yeah.
This guy comes up to me and goes, hey, you got a problem? You talking to my girl? You got a problem? I go, she's looking good. What do you want from me? And, singing a little song about her. And he's like, you got a problem? And he starts pushing me. And while he's pushing me, two of his boys line up. And then my friend, who's a doctor now, and his friend line up. So I'm eyeing it up. Okay, if someone goes down, it's 3-on-3. So he pushes me again, and I go, listen, man, you got one more. And then he pushes me again. I go, I'll give you one more. I'm like fucking with him. So I go one more time. So he pushes me again, and I go to punch him, and all I feel is just like 15 fists to the face, just like, oh, and I get crushed. And what happened was that this guy was in med school, and his friend was like, no, and like pulled him out of the fight. So he let the other guys just like tee off on my face.
Beat the crap out of you.
So we're in the middle of like, Tammany Hall or whatever. Faneuil Hall, that area where it's very touristy. And I cut my, down here pretty bad. There's a cop right there sitting in his car. And I go, excuse me, I got punched in the face, officer. And he just looks at me and goes, looks like he got you pretty good.
It's so Boston, dude.
No action, nothing. He's like, do you want me to call you an ambulance? And I go, there's a little more to the story. And he goes, I go, no, I don't have health insurance. Like, absolutely not. And he's like, it's like $8,000. I was like, no. So then my buddy, who's a doctor, goes, I'm going to stitch you up.
Oh, dude.
I go, how many, whiskeys have you had? He's like, a lot. Don't worry about it. So we go to the hospital where he's a resident. And he can't go in, so he's got to call his friend. And, those guys take naps during their shift or whatever. So I hear him call, and he's like, hey, get Dr. Markowitz. Yeah. Just tell him his dad died. I don't know, wake him up or something, right? He's just like, line up. So the guy's like, holy shit. Dude. And he's like, your dad's fine. Give me a couple sutures and, whatever thing. So we go to my friend's house, and I'm literally like, how's it look? And he's like, I don't know. And I go, I'm biting on my wallet. I take a shot of whiskey, and I go, how many times have you done this? He's like 8 or 9 times, like on a pig. And then he stitches me up. So then I fly home to California, where my girlfriend and her two parents are cardiologists. And they have to like remove the stitch after a week, which first of all, I show back up and I'm like, I just got in a fist fight. Anywho.
No big deal.
Yes, I'll be sleeping with your daughter later.
Oh my God.
So then they look at it and they're like, they had called the doctor and they're like, what kind of stitch did you use? And he's like, McLaurin. Like, he's just like bullshitting it because it's so poorly, drunkenly stitched together.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
I don't win a lot of my fights.
Oh, dude, that's a brutal one. That is the most Boston thing for the cop to just be like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah. He's like, wheel for me.
Yeah. What do you want me to get out of the car? No.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking doing that.
Move along. And then I got a big one in college.
He probably saw that pink shirt, was like, yeah, you deserve it.
Of course, yeah. No, it was totally that vibe. It was like, you're being a douchebag. You're wearing your pink shirt.
You're clearly not from here.
Yeah, where are you from? Where are you from?
You're not from Southie. You're not from Southie, I'll tell you that much.
There's a lot of yelling where you're from in Boston.
Sounds like he got you good.
And so don't funny. You ever fucking come to Quincy, dude. So you got another one in college?
Yeah, so the one in college was, there's like eating clubs at Princeton. So it's like co-ed frat houses.
Oh, okay.
And there was one that the rule was if you're a member, you could throw beer on people. If you were a member.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
And this one, jump in because there'll be a lot of clarification.
So at Princeton, I have questions already.
Yeah.
So an eating club is like what? It's like a co-ed fraternity.
So there's one row. Everybody lives on campus pretty much at Princeton. There's one row of houses. There's big Tudor mansions.
Gorgeous.
And when you're a junior and senior, you eat there, but you have to pledge. But it's men and women, and
you
only
eat your meals there.
And you party there.
Okay.
So you eat, you can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner there, and then you go like party there. And a lot of the parties are it's members only tonight. I mean, I do stand up down there now, and it's awesome and super fun.
Yeah.
But this one, TI was like the Animal House.
Okay.
So you might go in the basement where the dance floor and the bar was, and like someone would just get a beer and be like, and just like chuck it into the dance floor to like.
So if you're a member, you can throw it on whoever you want.
Yeah,
basically.
but it wasn't supposed to be like right on your head.
Yeah.
So when I got to college, I used to dress very like hood. I wore like a big Dipset T-shirt in the back where it's like Detroit, like at Princeton, like everybody's in pink polos, and I was like, you guys are losers, and it was kind of a bit. Like I was.
Did you know it was a bit then?
Yeah,
Okay,
I kind of did, but it was almost like I'm free at last. I can dress how I want.
Yeah.
I had to wear like a shirt and tie in high school, so I'm wearing my my Dipset T-shirt and my backwards hat, and this girl actually pours a little beer on my shoulder, like flirting with me.
Okay.
And I'm like, no. And I had no respect for any of these roles at the time. Now I actually love them. I love the weird like skulls aspect
You were
of
like,
Princeton.
this is my new Dipset shirt,
Yeah.
God damn it.
I was like, that's Joel Santana. Show some respect. But so I poured a little beer on her sleeve. But a guy saw that and was like, you're not a member. You can't pour beer on people. So he pushed me, and I had a beer in my hand, and I blinded him with the beer. Boom, to the face, punched him.
Nice.
He goes
nice,
down.
dude.
He goes down and like it's all beer on the floor. He's like slides to the beer. So then all it had, it was like the second Matrix when all the Mr. Smiths, these guys are hopping over the bar. It's like 40 on 1. And my friend is like, fuck, and like pulls me to get me out of there. We go out a side exit. There's like 30 guys following me. And now we're in the yard and people are just coming at me and I'm just punching people. I punched like 25, 30 people.
Holy
shit.
Okay. I'm just like, bop, 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 bop. And I'm yelling crazy shit. I feel like Tupac. I remember feeling at the time, I'm like,
Dipset?
I'm Tupac. Yeah, I'm Dipset. I'm Tupac. I'm glad I'm not like this, by the way, anymore. This isn't cool. Okay, kids? This is
yeah, it is.
This is uncool.
You're like fucking John Wick of Princeton.
Yeah.
Right
So
now.
then I get fucking somebody from behind punches me. That kind of ends it. So then I have to go to the medical side. There's always a medical side of all my fights. I have a stitch up here, and I have like my nose is like this.
Oh.
And these poor nurses, all they see is drunken idiots
all day.
So my teammate's like, just tell me you like walked into a door.
Yeah.
So the nurse goes, so you walked into a door and like I have like a black guy and this. She's like, so your nose always looks like that? And I'm like, yep, that's right. So then my coach knew about this and he literally like sees me at practice and is like, it was the same week my grandfather died. So he like took it easy on me, but he was like, what happened? You got in a fight? I go, yeah. He goes, what kind of people go to those places? I go, I don't know. He's like, assholes. And then he walked away. I didn't get in trouble. I didn't run. I didn't.
Oh, that's almost worse.
And then there was this email that was like, Noah Savage is banned from TI forever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh no, forever? Like,
yeah.
Now.
So wait, did they, after you got clocked in the back of the head, I'm assuming they continued to beat the shit out of you?
No, because then there was like bouncers that were like, he's out of here, like leave him alone kind of deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if one of the bouncers punched me or not, but like, I'm from that town too. So like some of the bouncers are my high school friends and like there's all sorts of like weird intermingling, like leave him alone. It's Noah. I don't know like what happened, but I was out of control for a long time.
Sure. But that could have been way worse.
Like, if I could talk to that young man, I would go, hey, Noah, instead of punching these people in the face, you should be like being really nice to them and majoring in econ and get a big job making money. What are you doing? Don't punch the future president of Bank of America in the face. Like, get his email and be really nice to him and be chill as fuck.
That's hilarious, dude.
But I performed at TI since then. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is a place where you used to be able to go in the basement and there would just be naked people. Because they were like, well, we're naked. Like, whatever. It's like, it was like real Animal House. Like, there'd be just like a wrestler drinking beer naked and whatever.
God damn.
So I do a bunch of those clubs down there, those eating clubs. I perform stand-up and I bring some comics and whatever. And I go back and there's a sign up there that's literally like, if you are offended by anything or anybody says anything or does anything, you scan this QR code and you let the TI Council of Offense.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm like, I used to get punched in the face here, man. Now we're talking about, and I unload my shit to do this show, and they're like these 3 henchmen students are like, we just want to make sure everything's going to be appropriate. And I go, so I'm not going to tell my comics what to do. Like, nobody's like overtly racial, but like, if they are, they're kidding. And I'm just trying to bring you guys like a New York City style show.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, oh my God, dude, like be offended first and then come up to me.
Yeah. It's like, how are you going to live in the world, my friend?
They're not. They don't. A lot of them never will. Okay. They go Princeton, finance, Hamptons, Jet. They just kind of like float above.
Which is also so, oh God, to then be offended by like making a joke about something is the most offensive thing you could do.
Well, I'll tell you the joke that offended them. I won't tell you who did it, but we probably all know that person. So at the show the week before, it's like a mansion that could be on a plantation. This is where we're performing.
Jesus.
So the comedian gets up and goes, hey, this is crazy. Like, I feel like we're about to have a debate over the land rights to the slaves in the basement. Which is making fun of them for being really white.
Yeah.
And also, it's like a really good history joke.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, land rights. Like, I was like, social studies, like history.
Great joke.
So they said that was like a racist joke and da-da-da.
No, it's racist against you.
It's white people. I said, you're making fun of people for being too white. There's no diversity in this club that you guys chose.
That you guys are claiming that you need to be not offensive and diverse.
Right, exactly.
That's so funny.
They're like, be diverse. Not our particular club, but other people in theory.
Yeah.
So those are my 2 big ones. I have more, but
so you perform there quite a bit now.
It's like at the Cool Club. It's twice a year, which is cool. Really fun. And I do feel older and I feel like I have nothing to say to these people.
Dude, you're not wrong.
How do the shows go, out of curiosity?
They go really well.
Yeah.
And then after the show, like even when I think like that was a good one, but not like crazy good.
Yeah.
They're like, best night of the year. Oh my God. So even when they don't laugh super hard, it's the only time all year. This is what I realized. It's the only time all year that people aren't on stage going, you are the future. You are wonderful.
Yes.
I get on stage. I'm like, what's your fucking problem? And they're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
An adult is making fun of me. They like, they love
funny.
it.
It's you saying the thing about being so disconnected from, because you like kind of like I have this thing in my head where I'm 34 and I'm like I'm not that far removed from college. Like I'm still cool. I still know shit.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of like stand up and game shows at colleges. And I have fucking nothing, and we might as well be speaking a different language. Like I got all weirded out the one day. I was like, that songs. I was like from the movie Groundhog Day, and they were like, what?
Yeah.
Groundhog Day, Bill Murray. They're like, who's? I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. You don't know who Bill Murray is?
Age comes first. It's almost like if you listen, I don't really listen to Bill Simmons that much anymore.
Okay.
But at some point,
he was one of the best.
But he's great.
Yeah.
And I listen to him NBA playoffs a lot. But when he, do you know him? Is he coming on the show? I don't want to offend him.
He might be.
Listen,
I would love to have him
but
on, dude.
his
Grantland was the greatest thing.
I know
think,
that
for sports media.
There was a 10-year period where it was to me the best thing by far.
Yeah.
And his references never updated almost.
Yeah.
He's like, we got Teen Wolf playing against Larry Bird. And then you go in and it's like, Elizabeth Shue. And you're like, who are you? Like, you know what I mean? You're like, who are these people from the 80s?
Yeah, dude, it's so strange. Like it feels like weird. I'm like, what? How?
Yeah.
I was like, do you not have fucking parents? I'm getting mad.
But I can't care. I can't make myself care about like Ronnie Lordi.
Yeah.
I said Lordi on stage. He's gonna never book me again. But he makes fun of me because like pre-pandemic, I was like, I'm a cool guy, and then I came back like I'm a dad. I don't give a fuck. I got no time for your weird
so funny
for your weird outfits, Gen Z. And then he'll like when he's hosting and I'm on, he's like, Noah used to be cool. I don't know what happened, and I'm like, I don't know either, but I got no time for Crocs with like a tuxedo vest and a top hat. Like I don't know what these outfits are, and I don't want to know.
Dude, you feel yourself getting older, but you walk around the East Village, West Village on any night, really. Could be a weeknight, could be a weekend, and you're just like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like what people are wearing, it's like, oh, this makes.
Well, nobody wears clothing anymore. Period. And Gen Z doesn't fuck with bras. Okay,
Which I love it.
And at the gym, first of all, that's my number. I'm running on that platform. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give to my campaign. We're done with bras, but at the gym they don't wear anything.
Yeah, it's just like
nothing.
Yeah, but you can't look, dude. Don't fucking be a creep.
I look.
You're gonna get caught on camera.
Hey, don't look.
Dude, you can't look at the gym because you're gonna get caught on camera, and then it's gonna be a video of some girl just doing like squats, and then in the background it's just Noah.
Yeah,
just staring.
No, people come up to me and they're like, using that machine. I'm like, nope, I got to face that way. Like, what are you working back? I'm like, I'm working the room. Okay, I gotta see that girl.
Oh, dude, have you seen those videos on TikTok where they're like, creepy old man? And I'm like, that guy's 37. What are we talking, old man?
Yeah, it's really depressing, and I feel like even though we're trying to become famous on the internet here, like. The phones have made people really weird.
Yeah.
And Gen Z with the phones and the pandemic, they feel like this is assault. Like that's assault. And even talking to them is assault.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them a little bit. I think about my like nieces and nephews, the fact that they're like, because they were in like school during that pandemic shit. Like they just go like a fucking year without being around other kids. And now this is the big bullshit. I don't mean to get on my fucking soapbox.
Get on it, baby.
I don't care.
They don't
get on.
You know what they don't have anymore? Snow days.
Oh yeah.
Because of all the online learning that came from the pandemic.
Oh,
snow days don't fucking exist. They got like a snow day is the kid equivalent to an after blue collar work beer.
Yeah, it really is
the best thing on earth.
The fucking best, dude.
Yeah.
And it's just done.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. And it's like one of those like kind of like you can't buy it type pleasures. The unexpected cancel.
Yes, dude. The unexpected cancel. It's just extra.
Yeah.
It's so good. When I first got out of law school, talk about snow days, dude. That was that year in Boston. It must have been 2015, maybe 2015, 2016, something like that. Where that winter they called it Snowmageddon.
And I remember that.
We literally the courts had never closed. Like they would always remain open. That winter they closed 7 or 8 times. Where I had snow days from January to March. It was always like a Friday or a Monday.
A snow day with money, dude.
And then, dude, I would like just the amount of times that I would just drink.
Oh yeah.
I would go out to a bar and drink all day Sunday, being like, "We'll have a snow day tomorrow."
Well,
and we did.
Hurricane Sandy. I was working in real estate, like commercial real estate at the time, and all these people went to the office to like be heroes and be like, "I got to call my clients," and like if their building got whatever, and they're really just trying to say like, "Oh, maybe I can get another deal out of this somehow." Yeah. I had no clients. I was young, and I was like, I could have easily walked to the office. I was like, can't make it. It's too crazy down here, And then I just went to the bar. I just AWOL bar for 3 days, and I moved 30. It was like 59th Street and below lost power. Okay, so I had one of these like mining flashlights that I bought. And I put on my head, and I was sitting with my 2 roommates, and I was like, when this power goes out, because it will, I'm gonna go up to the Plaza Hotel where my friend is living with his girlfriend, and I'm going to move in there for 3 days. And they're like, power's not going to go out. We're sitting there on the couch. Power goes out. I go, bink. And I just walk
See you later.
Past the Zombieville. It was just Zombieville. And I'm like, I'm getting drunk for 3 days. I was probably a block from my office.
God damn, dude.
We're going to take another break from the episode to talk to you about our sponsor, True Classics. True Classics t-shirts are making me and Dylan look good when we're out in the streets. Keeping our bodies looking
one
tight.
Right now.
Let me see that. Oh, it's so soft.
It's so soft. It's so smooth. And if you're gaining weight, get these shirts and it'll make it feel like it's melting off you.
Why go through the hassle of losing weight and trying to make your body look good when True Classics already does the work for you?
It's true. It's true. It's way easier than going to the gym, baby. Cutting out carbs. Get these True Classic t-shirts. Link in our bio, link in the description below for 25.
Wait a second, what?
25% off your final order at checkout. Go promo code Troublemakers, 25% off.
You know what you could use that 25% you save for?
What?
To gamble on some of the odds are value picks.
I did.
Look at our sponsors working together.
There we are, baby.
But go right ahead, get some of those t-shirts. They're super comfortable. I'm not wearing one right now because I wore it last night. I wore it out with my girlfriend. I wore it on a date, a black t-shirt on a date. It looked great.
Dude, you can't get better than that.
All right.
Thanks,
Let's get back to that episode, Dylan.
Bye.
That's awesome.
I was not here during Sandy. Was it crazy?
Yeah, there was a great Daily Show segment which like explained everything. It was like uptown where there was power, it was just normal. And then downtown, it was like, people are eating people. And it was really like that. It was just like a 80-story apartment building, dark. And you're like, oh my God. Like it felt really, I mean, that felt scary. And then, there was a morgue truck on my block during COVID. I mean,
shit.
I feel like we millennials have been through a lot of shit and we have not dealt with it.
Yeah.
And but I think the Gen Z people, they were told that being within 6 feet of people is like dangerous.
Yeah.
They're dealing with everything.
So I'll be with my son in a stroller and I'm going into Starbucks and a normal human would like hold the door. These Gen Z people like spin move out of the way. They're like, oh, a person. They like do anything possible.
It's
but
mad weird.
Yeah. And then if I'm like, hey, is that? They're like, like a person.
But and there's no choice. Like they don't really have a choice though. Like now, like
Yeah, they
like
they could be normal.
No, but like if you're a parent now,
Yeah.
I feel like if you're like, I'm not doing any of the phones with my kids,
Yeah.
you're gonna make them weird in a different way.
Well, we have not shown my 2.5-year-old son TV.
Oh, really?
And it's getting to the point where it's weird because when there is a TV, he's like, demons, demons through the picture.
Why is that? That was intentional, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
You feel how much better I am than you. You
Yeah.
feel that entering the room.
Well, I was just gonna say, my niece, she watches like Miss Rachel and stuff. She's just over 3, and dude, she started watching Miss Rachel when she was younger.
Yep.
And dude, she crushes it.
Yeah. No, and
Both
listen,
of them, both my nieces are crushing it.
if
in
you
terms of-
show your kids TV, you're wrong. And I just want like you're not doing it as well as I am. But we did it. His attention span's amazing. He can drum, blah, blah, blah. But it's mainly so I can feel better than other parents. That's the main payoff for me. It's incredible.
One of my parents was TV. So
What do you mean?
I was like raised by TV.
oh,
Like I was
Just,
one of
watch
those
that.
kids.
Yeah, I watched a shitload, and my mom like made TV professionally. Like she was like producer.
really?
Oh shit.
So she would always be like, "I'm watching this, but it's for work. It's professional." And like it's
Days of Our Lives.
It like kind of was, Yeah, exactly. But we watch a shitload of TV after he goes to bed, and I was kind of like at some point, like I put on one NBA playoff game because I kind of had to, and I had nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He ran up to the TV, locked in on the scoreboard, and was just like 7, 6, 4, 3. He was just like into the numbers, and I'm like,
oh, that's so funny.
that's such a weird reaction.
Yeah.
I was
So
like,
funny.
oh no, he's gonna be at school and be like, the red numbers. They're like, we're watching, Peppa Pig. Like, focus on the good part.
He's gonna be a bookie.
Yeah, exactly.
Hard bookie, dude.
Or like a DJ. He has very DJ tendencies. It's wild.
He drums, you said?
Yeah, he's got like a little djembe. We took him to class and then we bought him one. So he'll be
nice.
like, brrrr, like really good drummer. And
You got to get him into golf.
yeah,
I got my niece a little golf set.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's the dream. And then he also like he says DJ things around the apartment. He's like, Daddy, say yeah. And we're like, we didn't teach him that. Like he had it like kind of like a little friend date with a girl the other day, and again, a thing we
Nice,
didn't teach
dude.
him. Yeah, we're like, okay, like try to somewhat playing with each other, and then he just goes, children. I mean, what the fuck was that? And the girl gets scared, and we're like,
Kids
that's
are
not
wild,
it. That's
dude.
not the move, dude.
Yeah,
That's a
kids
tough
are
first date.
yeah,
he
yeah.
gave her the ick.
Children. Yeah,
hard
big time.
ick, dude. Hard ick.
When was the first time you got the ick? I was 2, and this kid weirdly said children next to me.
What do you guys not have kids? What's your problem?
No, don't
I
have
don't
kids.
have kids. We're big uncle guys.
Yeah, uncle guys,
I'm a
girls.
cool uncle.
I'm an uncle guy.
But you have girlfriends.
Ray does, I don't.
Oh wow, what
Yeah.
what a different life you lead than me.
I know. This is why I'm able to turn the sleep in the living room
Yeah.
with a bookcase and then turn the bedroom into a podcast studio.
You think
because I don't have a
Oh,
girlfriend.
Dylan's like a male Sex in the City.
Oh yeah, you
You
are.
know?
Yeah, you are. You're on Peter, and that's when I learned you have to post clips to go viral. What, you guys didn't watch the show?
And just like that.
Do you think?
Okay.
Yeah, just like
okay.
that. Oh my God! Wait, we're talking about being old.
Like men no more.
that show existing, and I don't want to talk about Sex and the City. I'm sure you don't.
No, we can.
I mean, listen, I don't want to either, but it's already
The
here.
fact that it exists made me feel my mortality like more than anything that's happened to me the past 10 years. And like, I've had people die close to me, and like, I was like, why is there a reboot of this? And why are they so old?
Weird,
Dude, you know what they're rebooting now? Frasier.
No.
I saw
Who
that.
the
dude,
fuck needed Kelsey Grammer to be Frasier again?
I saw
Probably his bank account.
yeah.
That's probably it.
Like, I need more Niles.
Yeah. Probably his
conceited
ex-wife.
English, whatever he was. I saw Kelsey Grammer. I was in Vegas, and I was crossing the street. You know those elevators that are outdoors, the escalators?
Yeah.
I was on one of those. I was like, I just need Gatorade. And Kelsey Grammer's ahead of me on the escalator, and he's singing. They have outdoor music. It's like the Be My Guest, put my service to this.
Yeah.
And he's singing along to it, like just belting it out. And then I realized, I'm like, wait, I think he was the voice of the Beast. And I'm like, so Kelsey Grammer's singing along to his own voice in Vegas, and I was like, this is the weirdest bingo card of all time.
Blew my mind.
No.
Was Kelsey Grammer
he
really the
wasn't.
voice of the
Kelsey
Beast?
Grammer played Beast in the X-Men movie.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's right.
Yes, it is right. He played Beast in the X-Men movie, and then, but I don't know who was the voice. Maybe he was the voice of the Beast.
Sometimes Ray pulls out a fact like that, and my first instinct is to not believe
It's
it.
like, not true. That's bullshit.
Not to mention, Be Our Guest was also sung by the Candlestick in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's true.
It was an ensemble
Hot
piece.
content right here. Hot content, baby.
I'm just hey, if they're the listeners are gonna get fucking pissed off. we have a base of musical theater people.
No, dude.
Just my girlfriend.
Yeah, just your girlfriend.
Just Natalie. So are you a big gambler or just a poker?
I would say poker's my main game, but I gamble on golf. That's my new show.
Really?
Noah Savage is the Chip King, and I play golf for money. That's what it is. So
Oh, not like watching golf, like who's going to win this tournament?
no,
You're
like if we go play golf,
we'll play for money.
we'll play for money. It's the
What do you
best
do?
possible thing. Well, I play a number of games. We play match play or a skins game. You know what that is?
Yeah.
It's like the hole. And then you can play this game called Trash, which is really fun, where every 10 feet of a putt is a trash unit, and then all birdies are trash.
Okay.
So you sink like a 30-foot putt for birdie. It's like $40, or if you could play 25 each, so it would be like a $100 putt.
Shit.
So there's all these little bets going on all
shit.
the time. Yeah. And then I'll add like, hit on the green. I'll give you 2-1. And
Oh, damn. Okay.
Are you not allowed to sports bet?
I mean,
I mean,
I
mean,
think technically, but
As like an announcer?
yeah, I think that technically that was like the old school view, but I mean, I work with a guy quite often who like hosts a show which is called The Daily Wager. So
yeah.
Yeah.
if we're not allowed to, I mean, I don't really bet on sports. Like, I think betting on yourself playing golf is not really the same.
No, not at all.
I don't think I could cover a game, interview the coach, know insider stuff, and then bet basketball.
Ethically.
I feel like legally there's no problem with that. It's not like you have an influence on the game.
Correct. I don't know if ESPN would want me doing that. Now,
Sure,
what's
fair.
weird is that they'll go, LSU -3. What do you think? And I'll go, not that I would ever bet on this, but,
Well, do you remember back in the
That's so
day?
crazy.
Out before they had the fucking gambling lines on TV, like when like people like Al Michaels used to do it a lot, where he'd be like, "And that game's over in more ways than one."
Yeah.
Like they would say these, and Keith Olbermann used to do it a
it
lot.
went right over my head.
Yes.
And, Chris Berman would do Swami 25-17. And I'll go, why was he being so specific? I had no clue.
Oh.
And I think that we are getting away from that kind of like blatant hypocrisy where it's like, we're all betting this, but we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's so, okay, now you brought up something very important here.
Yes.
Right. The next big scandal in sports, you heard it here first, is going to be a huge gambling situation in college sports.
I believe it.
Because I'll tell you why. Before, it was actually illegal to bet sports, right? You had to find a mob guy, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Now,
My grandfather.
if I'm making NIL money, I could find your grandfather and be
Yeah.
like, hey, man, place this bet for me, right? Is that what he was? He was bookie?
He was bookie. Yeah.
It's sick. If you're making NIL money, I can make $1 million a year, totally legally, be the quarterback, be best player on a basketball team. Now my roommate goes, hey, man, you guys are supposed to win by 22 tomorrow. Why don't you win by 20? Give me $100,000, and we'll do it like 4 times, and we'll make like $4 million. How's that sound?
Yeah.
And you'll win every game. You won't lose. Everyone else is getting rich. Why don't you do it?
Yeah.
Especially when you win the game, because you could literally look at it like all these people are betting on me, and I'm just playing to win. I don't care if I win by 18, 20, 24.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so easy to do, and there's so much money, and you can literally take a kid who has no money and go, if we do this 5 times a season, I'm like selling them on it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like thinking of who
It's
I
just
know.
like there's point shavings, right? Point shaving.
Point shaving, exactly.
Yeah, but it's also like, who gives a shit? Because Vegas is a bunch of like cheaters and liars, and they're rigging the game. Like, you don't think I watch the NFL now, and I watch college football, and I go, especially in the NFL, I go, that's suspicious.
Dude, that's
weird.
That's a good take, though.
I think that
is a hot take.
as a player, we did experience the like, and I wasn't on scholarship because Ivy League didn't do that, but I knew, a lot of guys were on scholarship at other schools. And even then you go, all right, I know my coach makes $1 million a year, and I can't eat until like next week when the paycheck hits. I'm going to eat some dollar pizza or whatever. But then you get to like, my coach makes $10 million a year. I'm only making $1 million.
Yeah.
I could make it into 10 after a couple games.
A lot more, yeah.
You double it. Like if you doubled your money 4 times, I mean, I'm not, you guys do the math, but it's like
also,
it's a lot.
also like who's going to monitor? No, I think the NIL stuff is great. I think it's great for sports. I think it's great for the athletes to like, just let them take advantage.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess, but it is great.
Here's the thing. It's like a lot of these guys will never make the money of a professional athlete, right?
Yep.
So why not let them, like Johnny Manziel, dude? Like,
Yeah.
he was never going to succeed in the
Yes.
NFL. Just let him make
the
his
best
money
example.
in college.
Yes, it's the best
become just a goddamn star college athlete, and then he can go into finance instead of even trying to play in the NFL and ruin his life. But who's monitoring like your investments? So you all of a sudden turn $1 million into 10. Is the SEC gonna or the NCAA gonna come over and be like, you got to show us how you made that $10 million?
I mean, the
it.
government will
Yeah,
definitely
like the
try to do
IRS
that, but
might,
maybe.
but like you could do it.
But
by,
there's nothing illegal about
you had
gambling.
10. Yeah, you had 10 friends in college, right?
yeah.
So you take your money out, cash, and you hand it to them, and you go, guys, place all these bets. You get 10%, whatever it is. Hand the money back to me.
Yeah.
Like, what sucks is that
and you can't really prove that he did. You know what I mean? Like,
it's really hard.
It's really hard
You got
to
to
prove.
basically admit it. And the other thing is like the people who are benefiting the most out of sports gambling are the schools, the conferences, the networks, and Vegas.
Yeah.
But mainly like interest goes up, right? Because I might care about a game because I'm betting on it that I would have never watched
Dude, I watched Iowa State 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
And bet it.
Yep.
And it made me interested.
I got him sports betting.
Yeah.
He's got me addicted.
It is fun. It's
the
amazing.
best.
My biggest regret was I was in Vegas pre like all this really going live. Cavs were down 3-1 in the finals. And I was like, damn, we should just bet the Cavs like for the hell of it, for fun.
shit.
And I didn't do it.
Damn, dude.
But like that, what I don't get is like, okay,
that was probably a disgusting.
It was probably like plus 5,000.
yeah. It was like, let's just put a G on it, like as a team, like everybody, and then we'll just get like 50 grand. But
That's crazy.
I guess I do really like gambling is the answer. Responsibly.
It's like in my blood. Like
Yeah.
everybody in my family, with the exception of my mom, is or was a gambler.
Yeah.
Like it's great. Like I remember being a kid, at my grandfather's house, they would start in the morning with my grandma and her friends playing Keno on the porch, and then by the end of the night, it was a poker game for like hundreds of dollars, like just cash, like thrown on the table. And then the next day, because they'd be all fucking shit-faced drunk, so they drop money. And it would go under the deck. So me and my brother would go under the deck the next morning, and we'd each make like $30.
Wow.
That's great.
It was the fucking best.
Yeah. So the first time I was ever in Vegas, I had a work thing Tuesday. Thursday was my friend's bachelor party, and like wheeled my bags across the lobby to the other hotel. I sat down with $200. It was like 4 dudes. We're just waiting for the guys to come in, and we went on a heater to the point where the dealer was like, "We're not going to, I'm not going to deal unless you double your bet." So all right, make it $25. It was like ace, 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 king, 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 queen, queen. Like it was like that, like out of a movie. So finally he's like, guys, I'm not going to double, you got to double again.
Yeah.
This guy from New York. And he kept saying that. I had $14,000 in front of me in about 40 minutes.
Holy shit.
The last two bets, the table max was $2,000, and I put $2,000 on a hand, lost it. $2,000 on a hand, lost it. I had $10K in front of me on a $200 buy-in. My friend was like, "You're done, Noah." Like scooped all my money, like shoved it into my shirt pocket. And I was with a guy I used to be roommates with that I owed money, and I just paid him back in chips. I was like, "Here's your $6,000 I owed you on rent for the last 5 years."
Oh my
You did that at
God.
fucking blackjack?
Yeah,
That is like unheard of.
10 minutes into being in Vegas. Like this is my first 10 minutes of
That's
gambling.
unbelievable.
I was like, I'm hooked.
Oh yeah, that's how it does
That's
it.
how it happens.
Yeah, it was sick.
Dude, we
were yelling.
I talked about this, I think, a couple weeks ago, but I went with my college buddies. We went to Turning Stone, upstate, right? And we went on a heater on Friday night, and I made not big money, but I took $80 and I turned it into $700.
Yeah, it's great.
And then we hit a pick 5. The late pick 5 the next day on Saturday.
Whoa.
And made, I think it was like 15 grand.
Whoa.
I think
And split it. You had to
12
split it.
grand. It was like nice.
Yeah, that's
Jesus.
incredible.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best.
So it was a great feeling. We went out that night. Saturday ended up losing money, but I was still like, I left that trip up like $1,500.
yeah, it's spectacular.
awesome.
The trip's paid for.
awesome.
You go. This is like, it's life's so easy. When you win gambling, you're like, life is great. Anything good
I'll
can
never
happen.
lose.
When you lose, you start bargaining with, you go, I have a family who loves me. I have my health. I have so much to be grateful for.
Yeah.
It's not that important,
Yeah.
I just have these distinct memories is because like when I'm from Pittsburgh, so when they opened the casino there, we used to go there all the time, and I was so broke back then, but still just had a gambling problem. And I remember just being so fucked up and like looking at my bank account and I'm being like, I could do another 300 out of here. And then just waking up the next morning, like I have $10.
Yeah.
Because I just couldn't do it's the fever, dude.
Ray's
I
famous story about gambling is doing a comedy club in a casino, going upstairs to go to bed. The comedy club's check hits and going back downstairs and losing it all.
Yeah, I was about to say, like I've sat in
one.
a casino and hit refresh on my bank app. A bonus hit, like $3,000.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Refresh. There it is. Took it out. Lost it.
Yes, dude, I've done it so many times.
I lost my whole bankroll in college, which was $700-800. And instead of going on spring break, I had to go work construction with my dad the entire week to pay my friend back. So now when I gamble, it feels so luxurious to be like, oh my God, $500 won't ruin my life. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I'm like,
Brutal.
that's the message to the kids. Don't go outside your limits.
Well, I like my so my dad was like the worst of the gamblers, and he fucking like in my family, and I'll never forget watching him lose a bet because he sports bet a lot. He loses a bet, picks up his phone, calls his landlord, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little short this month. I might have to get you on the 5th."
God
then
damn.
hangs up the phone, calls his bookie, and's like, "Hey, let me get a nickel on the Packers." Makes the bet on the Packers, right? Hits the fucking bet.
Yeah.
Instead of like,
Paying the landlord.
paying the landlord, he goes, "Hey Ray, let's go get some Omaha steaks." We just bought a bunch of steaks and like ate like fucking kings.
Oh my God, dude.
So if anybody ever wants to know why I'm fucking terrible with money and I spend money like an asshole.
Well, I used to play poker with the grad college kids at Princeton. Okay, which were not kids. They were adults doing grad work at Princeton. And they looked at Princeton undergrads like we were idiots. Okay? We would play $20 buy-in, 25 cent, 50 cent.
Yeah.
By the end, a big stack would be like $100. But when you do that 4 times a week and you're always losing to a math genius, the shit adds up. So I've had years of losing, and lately I've been on an absolute heater.
Oh hell
I'm
yeah!
getting all my money back at poker.
You just do online mostly?
No. Never. When I do a game, like when Princeton beat Arizona, I was in Sacramento and I found a casino that was like 25 minutes away. So I went, just beat Arizona. This is all playing with house money. I'm buying for $200. I got $1,400 in front of me. The next day, this alum told this other alum who ended up telling me the story. He goes, I saw the saddest thing last night. Noah Savage was just alone at a poker table. Isn't that? Meanwhile, it was like the best moment of my life. I'm like, I got no kid out here with me. I got no responsibilities. Tomorrow's off day, and I'm playing poker, and we just beat Arizona? What? I was like,
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Those rooms are intimidating to me. The poker
What's that?
Oh yeah, super.
Oh, you just come with me. It's easy. Easy money.
Let's do it.
I do like I like blackjack. I like craps. Those are
Craps is
too.
fantastic.
Roulette
so
I
fun.
hate because it's just pure.
Roulette's very stupid. Okay,
Yeah.
if you play roulette and you're listening, you're an idiot and you're a loser.
My
okay?
buddy loves roulette.
I don't see how
Loves, and
how
he
it's
wins
fun
all the time
or like entertaining.
Ready? Let's play roulette. Guess a number.
Yeah,
Ready?
6.
Guess a number. Nope.
So there is. I did.
Guess what?
it was
It's
red.
red.
It was red.
So there is some strategy, right?
Oh, come on.
There
Okay.
is.
All right.
So all the wheels are the same. So if you know the wheel,
Yeah.
and you
fuck
bet,
outta here.
you'll bet like a corner. So you bet like the 8 numbers that are in that corner. So if it hits in that area, the chances of it hitting. People lose when they just throw. But if
Yeah.
you throw all the numbers that are in that corner, and it's not like 1, 2, 3, it's all random.
Yeah.
So you got to know the wheel enough.
Yeah.
To like be like, okay, I'm playing this segment, this
How, you
section.
didn't go very far in math. You didn't do the probabilities. That's like,
yeah.
Dude,
that's like saying like queens are hot. Run,
yeah.
No, that's not.
It's
how it works.
still
But I
is
prefer
totally
that.
random.
I prefer that thought process.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
like-
you just said not. I don't think that's true. I can't endorse that.
It adjusts the odds, I think, in people's favors. Like you could say, because if you're just picking random numbers, it's like
Yeah.
37-1, right?
Okay.
But if you're playing like a quarter of the numbers all in a certain part of the wheel,
Yeah.
it's kind of like 1
1
and
and
4.
4. 1 and 4.
You know?
But if you play that many
Yeah,
numbers,
Dylan, it
spread out
literally
around,
says it on the fucking table
Hold on.
that it's
let
1
me,
and 4.
Let me say this to you. Hold on. Let me say this to you. If you take a piece of pizza, 1/8,
Yeah.
that's an eighth of a pizza.
Sure.
But let's say you take a bunch of tiny pieces that are the same size 1/8. It's still 1/8.
Yeah.
So the strategy is bet more than one number.
Yeah.
A
You
corner
bet a
doesn't-
bunch of numbers.
But a corner doesn't make it any more than just random ones throughout.
True.
Okay. Sorry. I'm
This is guy
No,
went
it's-
to fucking Princeton.
No,
You're not gonna school
no.
him.
Because the wheel doesn't go 1 to 37 around. It's random. It'll be like 1, 12, 22, 3, 4.
No,
you know?
I get that.
Okay.
I'm just saying that it's the total area. It's the land mass that you're occupying.
Yeah, you know. It
Anyway,
just lowers
sound
it.
off in the comments.
Hey, roulette stinks and
Okay.
it's boring.
Well,
Slots stink. They're
Slots
boring.
stink. We can all agree on that.
And fucking, if you want to actually have a good time, play craps.
Yeah. Craps.
And
Because
listen to
craps
this
is the most
podcast.
fun. And poker, I do love it, but I love it more like if we were playing a game. Like
Yeah,
I
that'd
like
be fun too.
buddy. I like friend games.
Yeah, that's my dream. Is basically you would do this, but you'd also play poker, and it's been tried a million
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
But
It's just hard.
The most successful one was the Bill Burrs.
yeah.
right? Yeah.
But they didn't even show the whole cards. I was like, you got to
yeah.
go all the way. Show me the whole cards too.
Yeah. Dude, we're over an
Yeah,
hour.
sorry.
We're like an
Oh,
hour
shit.
10, so that flew by.
yeah. We should play poker sometime.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
love that, dude.
let's
We
do
should
it.
play golf, dude.
Yeah,
I'd love
yeah.
to play golf.
Yeah. Do you play?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really? So come on my show.
I shoot like I'm not good. I mean, I'll like last summer I broke 100 for the first time. I shot
Yes.
a 97.
We're
at
similar.
that place in Brooklyn. It's right off the Jackie Robinson Parkway. Good course.
Diker Beach or Marine Park? Marine Park.
Marine Park, I think.
I
Yeah,
love Marine Park.
Really nice.
So episode 1, I played Diker.
we played with a guy there who had one arm, and he fucking destroyed me. And I played with Luke Tuma. He destroyed both of us.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, man. Let's play. I played Diker Beach in episode 1, which is, you know Diker Beach?
No.
It's the other Brooklyn golf course where, like, it's rumored that there was a car buried on one of the tee boxes.
So funny.
And there used to be a car on one of the fairways, but it's gotten quote unquote better. But
And Jimmy Hoffa's in the car.
yeah. And like one of the fairways, you turn a corner and then there's just like a bus going down the side. And you're like, yep, we're in Brooklyn again. We're not in the woods. But yeah, check it out. Noah Savage on YouTube, the Chip King. And then what's my podcast called? Get Ripped or Die Trying. See my plugs? I'm so
Yeah, dude, kill
You
it.
can tell I'm a broadcaster. I do my live reads.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, the halftime is brought to you by Robert Wood Johnson. Robert Wood Johnson, if you need a medical, you know, it's like that's what we do on air, you know.
Hell yeah.
Like
Where
a
can
real
they find
pro.
you on social media?
Yo, it's the Sav, the Instagram, and then comedian Noah Savage on TikTok. But really, follow that YouTube, man. I'm putting a lot of shit on YouTube
Yeah,
Shorts.
hell yeah.
I'm doing some crowd work shit, not blowing up.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Look out.
Can I say something about crowd work?
Yeah.
I actually do a lot of it when I'm on stage, and then I watch other people's clips, and I fucking hate their clips.
So you don't want to post your own?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's even worse than that. I watch theirs and I go, that's not how you do it. And then,
I don't like crowd work.
and then mine is like, what's your problem? Like, it's not even good. It's just like, it's like, I like that it's me. I'm a sicko.
I just like how the guy looks.
Yeah.
Well, make sure to check out Noah's YouTube channel. We got the golf show, Get Ripped or Die Trying as well.
Yep, that's the fitness one. We got some great guests coming up. You guys can both be on it.
Dude, I would
I
love
love
to do
that,
that, man.
dude.
And
I'm not taking my shirt off. On camera,
we did 12 weeks with me, and we released it on a delay. So you're going to see kind of like what happened with me was the first experiment, and then we have comedians on talk about food, eating, sleep, recovery, all that shit, and it's good. It's been going really well. At the very least, I thought, listen, either I'm going to have a hit or I'm going to lose a little weight, and I lost some weight. So we're happy with it.
So we're playing with house money.
Yeah, exactly.
14 grand.
And you can find me at Razor Wadney on all social media. Live dates coming up October 4th. I'll be headlining the Ruby Room in it's in New Hampshire,
yeah,
right?
that's
Wow.
formerly
Look at you.
the Shaskeen Pub.
And
Shaskeen, yeah.
it's still a pub.
It's still the name of the bar, but they changed the name of the comedy.
And you can catch me every Wednesday right here on Troublemakers Podcast with my buddy
Dylan Krasinski. Why don't fucking I say that? You can find me at Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and then at Troublemakers on all those sites. We post clips 3, 4, 5, sometimes 6 times a week.
What?
New episodes are out every single Wednesday. Go follow Noah, and we'll see you next week, baby.
Bye.
Good night.